First up is Nicole Stefenelli. Please welcome Nicole as she comes to stage. She's the founder and president of Urban Impact Recycling. Urban Impact is the first multi-material recycling company in the Lower Mainland whose team of over 100 employees and 30 collection vehicles provides recycling, shredding, and zero-waste strategy advisory and services. Nicole.
Thank you. The anxiety attack I'm having is going to limit the time that I spend up here, so you're lucky. And if I am the first speaker who's going to try to figure this out. So I'm here today to share a quick experience with you. A few years ago, I was asked to be on a reference panel for Metro Vancouver, and I was deeply impacted and honored to be asked and happy to give my opinions. And reflecting on that experience, which was over about a year, I really thought Urban Impact needs to give something back to further recycling and waste diversion in the Lower Mainland. And essentially, my core belief was that education is the core tenet that needs to be imparted on our youth. And we had started a school tour program, and it was sort of casual and quiet, and, you know, come on in, kids, we'll pay for your bus ride, come on in, and I'll give you a tour of a recycling plant. And I really thought to myself, I've got to sit down and absolutely make this rock solid, deliver a message that's inspiring, and hopefully inspire the recyclers and waste diverters of tomorrow. So I'm not going to read this to you, but these are my core beliefs in education and recycling. It is truly, truly a privilege to give the school tours. I do it twice a year, once around Earth Week and once around Recycling Week, so spring and fall. And I come out of that week exhausted and having lost my voice, but regardless, I'm invigorated by the talent and the true message that the kids deliver to me and the type of questions that they ask. So the school tours are basically focused on the processes that Urban Impact provides in the marketplace. So to be clear, we focus on what 5 steps Urban Impact delivers. And I believe that that message clarifies for them that the effort that they make at school or at home actually, or it demonstrates that that material actually does get diverted and doesn't get sent to landfill. I know that's a simplistic thought, but truly, truly, the number of times that I've been asked, does the material actually get recycled and what do you do with it? I can't believe we're still answering that question, but we are, and interestingly enough, the kids are certainly the ones at the forefront. So we focus on the 5 steps that Urban Impact provides. I really try to give them a hardcore look at the technical end at the back end. I'm sorry these pictures are a little unclear. I also try to challenge them with questions. If I'm having trouble engaging them, if I'm having sort of a little, sort of a disconnect between getting them interested in what we're doing. We talk about where does garbage get disposed. We talk about which of the 3 R's is most important. Why is recycling important? Why is reducing important? And all those things. I also focus on what Urban Impact does with the material and where we send the material. And that often translates into a little bit of a geography lesson. And again, trying to engage them and try to make it a whole picture. I say to them, does anybody know where the ports are in the city of Vancouver, or, in the Lower Mainland? And some of them do, but most of them don't. So we talk about the transportation logistics on how to get material to the port or to another domestic consuming mill. And they're often fascinated by it. One of the other points of conversation that comes is a safety conversation. Again, I'm just trying to engage them on the whole picture. I say, when you see that container rolling down the highway heading to the port, think about it. It might have 20 tons of paper in it, and give it lots of space to stop if you pull out in front of it. And, that sort of often, we get into diverted talks about their mother's driving skills and things like that. So anyway, so it really, it becomes not just a recycling lesson, it becomes about geography and about economics, and it becomes about truly, I believe, engaging them. So some of the questions are rather simplistic, and some of the ones are fairly complex. And over the years, I've certainly, I think I've heard it all, but I can truly say that with each week, I do get a set of questions that are very thought-provoking and very engaging. And again, what I wanted to say is it keeps me fresh, and I believe also improves the quality of the types of services that we might provide, and certainly the school tours. One of the questions for a group was, what currency do you sell paper in, or what currency do you sell plastics in? And I mean, that's a great question, and largely from grade 4 and 5 students. So it truly is quite an, it depends. So I'll tell you quickly how we run the school tours, just to sort of give you an overview. And we essentially bring them in by bus, and we spend an hour and allow question and answers to come, and of course let them see what the system runs. So again, 1 to 10 adult to child is imperative to keep them under control. Grade 4s and 5s, they are where it's at. Anybody older, they're texting, and anybody younger, it's cool, but there's really no engagement. A green teacher is a key. If somebody really believes in the core tenets of sustainability and anything green in the environment, I can tell you that message is loud and clear, and they really are truly receptive. One of the things we also do is we try to give prizes to the best questions, often a hat or a mug. It goes a long way, absolutely ties them in. You can't believe the bouncing hands and the... Anyway, just a couple of thoughts on sort of my best practices and what it means to us, and I'm very sensitive that I'm getting to the end of my 5 seconds. So the feedback always is very positive, and it truly, truly is an invigorating experience for me, and thank you for your time.